It was in the northern reaches of Norway, long before tourists ever thought to take selfies under the aurora. Back then, the land was nothing but frost, reindeer tracks, and silence that pressed on your skull like a hand. I had been hiking alone for 3 days, following the path of a trapper who'd gone missing. They'd hired me to find what was left of him, or at least what happened. Wilderness work used to be my trade, you see, before these hands turned to paper. On the third night, I reached a lake, not big, but deep enough that the water looked black even under the moonlight. Locals called it Listad, light death. The name made no sense to me then. The lake was still, too still, not a ripple, not a breath of wind. And the air was warm, not warm like summer, but warm like a fever. I set camp, ate something cold, and tried to sleep. But dreams didn't come. Only a strange glow, reflected off the lake, kept tugging at my eyelids. A lantern. At first, I thought it was a fisherman. A soft orange glow drifting across the water, steady and slow. But then I noticed it wasn't floating with the water. It was gliding over it like it didn't need the surface at all. I sat up, rubbing my eyes. The lantern paused, turned toward me, and, you'll think the old man's memory has gone foggy. But listen, the light tilted just the slightest bit, the way someone might cock their head when they notice you staring at them. I didn't blink. I didn't breathe. Then the lantern began drifting toward shore. I backed up. I've tracked bears, had wolves circle my tent, been chased by men with worse intentions than any animal, but nothing made the hair stand on my arms the way that silent little light did. It came closer, 10 meters, 5. When it stopped, it hovered just above the waterline. The flame inside flickered, but there was no glass, no metal, just fire held in a shape that imitated a lantern. And then, God help me, a voice spoke. But the sound didn't come from beside me. It came from behind my ribs, like a word remembered rather than heard. Cold, I stumbled back, heart punching my chest. The light pulsed. Come warm. Every instinct screamed to run, but my legs were stone. The glow brightened until I could see something within it, shapes, vague and stretching, like hands pressing from inside a curtain. Then the water behind it churned. Something rose, slowly, slowly, as if every movement were being considered. At first it looked like a person, a silhouette dripping with the weight of the lake. But its limbs were too long, its spine bent the wrong way, and its head, oh, that head, remained just underwater as if the creature were shy to show its face. The lantern floated toward it. The figure lifted its arms, arms with joints in places no living thing should have joints, and the lantern lowered gently into its grasp. Then the creature straightened. Water streamed off its form. Its head lifted. I wish I had fainted. I wish to this day that I had. Its face was a mask of dripping, black mud, but beneath the muck glowed dozens of tiny points of light. Not eyes. Lanterns. Little lanterns embedded like stars trapped in tar. Each of those lights flickered, one by one, like a series of breaths. And then the creature smiled. The mud split, revealing teeth that seemed carved from pale stone. Not human teeth, not animal, more like shards of broken lantern glass. When it spoke, the voice came from the entire shoreline, from the trees, the rocks, from the water itself vibrating. You saw the light. You answered. It took a step toward me. The earth hissed where its feet touched, like it burned the cold right out of the air. My legs finally woke, and I ran. I ran like fear had grabbed my spine and yanked. I didn't look back until the forest swallowed the lake from sight. But running in that dark, in that uneven ground, well, I fell. My lantern, the physical one I carried, flew from my pack and smashed against a rock. The flames snuffed instantly. And when the light died, only then did I hear footsteps. Not quick, not stumbling, slow, patient, as if whatever stalked me had all the time in the world. I scrambled up and watched a faint, ember-like glow weaving between the trees. Closer, closer. When it was no more than 20 paces away, I did the only thing that saved me. I threw the trapper's journal, the one I'd found earlier in the day, right at that approaching glow. The moment it hit the forest floor, the glow paused, then drifted toward it, gave attention, as if the light were hungry for memory, not flesh. I didn't wait to find out what came next. I bolted until my lungs bled and didn't stop until sunrise cracked the sky. When I returned with help days later, the lake was still. No glow, no creature, no journal. But we did find something on the shore. The trapper, or what was left. His body looked burned, but not by fire. More like the warmth had been drained out of him until he froze from the inside out. And carved into his palms were two words. Saw light. Answered.